welcome back to the Stormy Kitchen. My name is Storm and I'm so excited to be sharing this recipe with you today. It is my Don't Be Blueberry Cheesecake. It is a delicious baked cheesecake with everything. You've got the salty crust, you've got the creamy cheesecake, and that delicious tart blueberry sauce. I'm so excited to be sharing this with you, and I'm so excited for you to share it with me. So if you do this recipe, hashtag the Stormy Kitchen, tag me on all social media, and please like and subscribe. So let's get into the recipe. Okay, so before we get started on our Don't Be Blueberry Cheesecake, I'm going to take you through the ingredients really quickly. There's three basic parts to this cheesecake. We've got our buttery cookie crust, your beautiful cheesecake filling, and then our berry topping, which you can obviously change up for whatever you want. So I'm going to take you through the ingredients really quickly. So for our ingredients, you're going to need 1.5 to 2 packs of tennis biscuits and 1/2 cup of melted salted butter, depending on how thick you would like your crust. And then for our filling, you're going to need 500 grams of full-fat cream cheese, plain. You don't want to use the tubs for this, you need the blocks, and 1/2 cup of white sugar, 2 eggs, and a splash of vanilla essence. And then for our berry topping, depending on whatever topping you would like, you're going to need 2 cups of frozen or fresh blueberries, a tablespoon of cornstarch, a tablespoon of sugar, and a little bit of water. Now, before we get started on our cheesecake crust, tennis biscuit crust, whatever you want to call it, you're going to want to preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius. And then you're going to want to take out your tennis biscuits. You can break out that food processor. You can crush them by hand. But the easiest way that I found to crush them is to put them in a plastic bag or a Ziploc baggie and to just crush them with the rolling pin until they're nice and fine and you know that they're going to be easy to work with. You don't want thick pieces. You want them to be nice and fine, and I'll show you what they like when we get there. Looks great. Okay, as you guys can see, it's like a fine cookie crumb texture. It's exactly what you're looking for, and I'm going to put that into a bowl. There we go, straight away, perfect. And I'm going to add to that my melted butter. Okay, with a spoon. And we're just going to mix that all together. You just want to make sure that all that dry sand, cookie sand is wet and crumbly so that you can press it into your tart shell. Okay, so the best thing for this recipe is a tart shell that has a removable bottom so you can press out your cheesecake. Although if you don't have one of those, it is not the end of the world. You can by all means use an oven-safe glass dish as well. And so you're going to want to spray and cook or oil it with some butter just so that your base doesn't stick. And we're just going to add our cookie base and start pressing it in. Just going to start pressing in the shell. Like I said, you could use your hands, you can use the back of a spoon, whatever you want to use. I think I might switch to my fingers now. But you just want to try get it as even as possible and up the sides and nicely pressed in. It needs to feel secure because this is going to hold your cheesecake. This baked cheesecake doesn't need a water bath or anything like that, but it does need to be sealed so that none of that delicious filling seeps out. And I'll show you what it looks like when I'm there. Cookie crust is nicely pressed into my tart shell. You can see it's nicely up the sides and at the bottom and nicely even. And we're going to pop this into the fridge for 5 minutes just while we get on with our cream cheese filling. Now we're getting to the yummy part, our cheesecake filling. So in a large bowl, you're going to want to add your 500 grams of plain full-fat cream cheese. And we're going to start by mixing it with our electric mixer and our 1/2 cup of sugar until it's nice and smooth and well combined. And nicely, let's go. Okay, you can see it's nice and smooth and I can feel that there's no sugar. And to that, we're going to add 1 egg at a time, mix, and then the next egg, mix, and then a splash of our vanilla essence. So 1 egg, mix. And then the next egg and mix. And then our splash of vanilla essence. Now, if you are a person that likes a lemony type of cheesecake, you can by all means add a splash of lemon juice here and like a tablespoon of lemon zest or like a nice lemon tang that will go beautifully with the blueberries. Okay, that looks done. And honestly, guys, that is it. Let me scrape down the bowl and move the mixer out of the way. That is it, your beautiful cheesecake filling. It is light, it is smooth, it is delicious. and we are going to fill our tart crust and pop it into our 180-degree oven now. So my tart shell or my cookie crust is nice and cool and chilled, and now we're just going to add our cheesecake filling and simply pop it into our 180-degree oven for 55 minutes, or until you can see that the sides are set but the middle is jiggly, then you know it's ready. It might take your oven an hour, it might take yours 45 minutes, but don't check on it like in less than 40 minutes, like give it some time to bake. Okay, make sure it's nice and even. Scrape down your bowl. This is an expensive recipe, you do not want to waste anything. Okay, great. Scrape it down, even it out, and then, you know what, if your sides are a little bit rustic, leave it, it's still going to be delicious. We're going to pop this into our 180-degree oven, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when we're there. Okay, my cheesecake is out the oven and it's baked, and while it's cooling, because it needs to cool for at least 2 hours, I'm going to show you how to make an easy berry topping if you're into that sort of thing. Okay, so into this saucepan I've added 2 cups of frozen blueberries, and to that we're going to add a tablespoon of cornstarch and a tablespoon of white sugar and a little bit of water. We're going to mix that together, and all this is going to do is to thicken this blueberry mixture to create a delicious topping. Okay, so that cornstarch sugar mixture is in with our blueberries. We're going to let that simmer for a little bit. Let those beautiful blueberries burst, let that color explode, and that cornstarch is going to help it thicken up, and that's what's going to help that topping hold its shape, and so that it doesn't, I suppose, drizzle all over. You can see our blueberry mixture is thickening up lovely. Now, if you want to add a little bit of extra zing, you can by all means add a little bit of grated lemon zest, like I'm going to. I just think it's a beautiful combination with the cheesecake. Beautiful. Switch off. Look how quick and easy that is. Now you just want to take it off of the heat and let it cool before adding to your beautiful cheesecake. Okay, so our cheesecake is done, our topping is done. Now my cheesecake baked for 50 minutes and I've left it to cool for 2 hours in the fridge, preferably longer if you're able to, if you can control yourself. Our berry topping has cooled for about 10 to 15 minutes and it's ready to go. And all that's left to do is to add this beautiful blueberry topping to our gorgeous baked cheesecake. Look at that. That cornstarch, that maizena that we use, that's what helps cause this beautiful blueberry syrup and thicken it. And look at that. If that's not impressive, I don't know what is. Gorgeous. Spread them around, and there you have it. And there you have it, a delicious baked Don't Be blueberry cheesecake from scratch. You can enjoy it with your family, or you can just eat it for yourself, but it has everything. You've got that beautiful salty crust, you've got that delicious creamy cheesecake, and then that tart blueberry syrup deliciousness. I'm so excited and I'm so happy to have shared this recipe with you. Comment down below if you enjoyed it, and share pictures on social media, #TheStormyKitchen. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys soon.